You almost have to feel bad for Pam Bondi.
I do not. Counterpoint. Seems hard to muster the sorrow for Pam, our great former Attorney General, after a very illustrious career as our Attorney General, covering up the Epstein files and trying but failing to send Letitia James and some Subway sandwich throwers to jail to no avail. She is being shown the door. Donald Trump truthing about an hour ago that our great Attorney General will be transitioning to a much needed and important new job in the private sector. It's to be announced at a date in the near future.
That's so good. That is like a classic Trumpism. That's so good.
How is he orchestrating like it's at least with Kristi Noem got a fake government job. I mean, like this is just like I will create.
She'll get something.
I would say I think he wanted to create a job in the private sector before what will probably be a brutal jobs report tomorrow morning. He's like, throw one more on.
One single job created by the Trump administration.
And Pam. Don't forget Pam. The economy is humming.
The BLS is like, listen, we've lost several jobs, but we do welcome Pam to the private sector.
Pam is back, baby. The Daily Mail reporting that Pam Bondi begged Trump not to fire her during her dramatic White House showdown, as an insider reveals the final straw to Daily Mail. Apparently, she did not yet understand what a great private sector job was waiting for her. She's not out of the woods. It's like she's supposed to testify to the House Oversight Committee. Democrats standing by that, as well as Republican Rep Nancy Mace, although James Comer, the chair of the committee, is now saying maybe we can't. Maybe she doesn't even matter anymore. So let's not do that because it's not gonna look good.
I think she's gonna get called up, and if you're the Republicans, the Democrats are gonna call her up the second they're back in power.
Yeah.
So it's like you would much rather do it
with Jimmy Comer running some interference.
Jamie Comer.
I'm on a very collegial.
No, that's his actual name.
I know.
His friends call him Jamie.
Yeah,
which is crazy. He's the least Jamie I've ever. Jamie is like a guy who sells insurance and watches Pod Save America.
Right.
Right. Certainly not Nobody Needs Anything.
No.
And instead, this doesn't fit.
It doesn't work. He's a James. He's a James.
James.
You have to think obviously she was not pushed out by the MAGA right. It seems like our great president was mostly upset that she had failed to jail more of his political enemies. So I don't imagine there's a lot of Democrats being like, don't let the classic thing where you celebrate. It's like, I don't think the next guy's going to be a great, I don't think Merrick Garland is waiting in the wings. Not that I am a big Merrick Garland fan, but Mike Lee is being floated per Reese Gorman from Notice. Other names out
there.
Mike
Lee, oh boy.
I know. This is what I'm saying. And we got Lee Zeldin, Harmeet Dillon, who is currently making an absolute mockery of civil rights at DOJ in jobs previously held by civil rights champions. Jay Clayton from the Southern District of New York, which is maybe the only person on this list that, I don't know, Zeldin maybe? I'm just trying to think who could actually get confirmed. In the meantime, Trump's personal attorney, Todd Blanche, will be helming the ship, so there will be much law happening. Very impartial, super justice-y thoughts, Rob.
Listen, I have to be honest. It's in many ways, Pam Bondi was the best people could hope for. Pam Bondi, the best attorney general we could have hoped for.
You heard it here first.
Well, no, because you do think about what the world would have been like if Matt Gaetz were the attorney general. Right. I think she is a better person than all of these people that are, coming on the list.
She just ran interference for the pedophiles, but he was
one. I mean, right?
And there's always, let's not forget Marco. Marco could be the next attorney general. He needs more to do.
He does need more to do. I saw the tweet the other day that was it was Marco Rubio finding out he needs to be Kristi Noem's husband. This is pretty good.
An upset in the markets who they thought Lori Chavez Dreamer and her many ongoing investigations was going to be the first one out the door, but
there's two specifically.
Also, is Amy Gleason is Amy Gleason still at Doge? Is Doge still an entity? Or
I was surprised to know she was still there.
that seems bizarre.
I also appreciate that Amy Gleason's, who is like the head of Doge, which has like fundamentally destroyed the DC economy, you know, like ruined federal government forever. Like her photo is like totally like, I'm the perfect government bureaucrat. Like the
Yes.
call is coming from inside the house.
I would love to let's get Amy Gleason on,
Come
the,
on the
show.
show.
That would be fantastic. Like, how did that happen?
There is no more budget to cut on this show. There's nothing.
The next thing you cut
This
is
is
me
the
and
tone.
I'm not even making
None of
money.
you. Neither of us are revenue generating here.
Are sharing zero revenue.
Here's what is crazy though. It is unbelievable. Pam Bondi has survived Kash Patel, who I would have thought would have been gone, but he's like in his race car bed, like having the time of his life. Kash Patel is like a Make-A-Wish kid.
100%.
You can't. I mean, come on. What are you gonna do? You're gonna like let you don't want the guy to go to hockey games?
Yeah.
He's having so much fun.
Exactly.
You know? And then Lori, who is like, I mean, listen, you're gonna kick her out for partying? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened to the boys?
What happened to the
What happened?
Her and her husband are somehow like both under investigation.
Yes.
Or like what is
She's amazing. Hold on, we have this amazing graphic that I have up of, if you Google Lori, you get these 4 articles. Her piece in the Wall Street Journal, new options for your 401k. Labor Secretary spins new jobs report before it's even released. Labor Secretary's husband won't face charges after being banned from Labor Department. And Labor Secretary's 2 top aides resign amid investigation.
Yeah. I wouldn't say she's had a smooth tenure.
But so her thing is that she is not only just having extramarital affairs with subordinates, but she's drinking on the job and, you know, using taxpayer funded trips for her staff and herself to go on vacation, which is amazing.
It's somewhat empowering, I would say.
Yeah.
So that, you know, here you are thinking that the admin was just filled with bros, but there's also lady bros. And they too can do fraud and sexual assault.
And listen, I think it sends a real message to this country that the head of labor
Yes.
Is just partying on the job.
Exactly.
That's great.
If work was more like her work, I feel like everyone would have 2 jobs.
You know? Yeah. We come on. Party for the economy.
Nobody knows anything.